Halloween is just about here, and with that comes the candy sugar rush. Of course, the bursts of energy will fade, but the teeth damage may not. Hannah Madrano, a dental hygienist with UT Health Houston School of Dentistry, is here to show us how to have a teeth-friendly Halloween. I did not know there was such a thing.
Yes, there is,
How do we do that?
Well, first off, you want to kind of think about several things. So first off is going to be consumption and moderation. So ideally, having fun-sized candies are preferred.
Okay.
Because that'll help with moderation. It'll reduce the amount of calories and also the amount of sugars in the mouth. And then wanting to rinse with water would be a good idea afterward as well. That way it'll take away any of those sticky residues that are still left in the mouth after, eating caramels and whatever candies they might have.
Okay.
As far as the types of candy, best is dark chocolate, but as we know, young kids don't eat dark chocolate.
May not be
so
their
much,
favorite, right?
But you can get chocolate that have maybe covered with nuts, something that has some protein to kind of balance out that acid in the mouth.
Okay. Are there certain ones that maybe parents should, try to steer their kids away from?
Yeah, you definitely want to avoid anything that's going to be overall sticky or anything that'll cling to the teeth. So like caramels, Laffy Taffy, gummy bears, raisins. These are so good, but they're also so sticky. And then anything that they're going to have in their mouth for an extended period of time. So like lollipops, Jolly Ranchers, all of these little candies that just kind of keep in their mouth, that is constantly providing bacteria the food that it needs to create that acid in the mouth, which leads to decay.
Okay, I can imagine there are some parents who don't want to fight that fight all night. So if they did have some sticky candy, how soon after should they brush their teeth?
So they can brush directly after, but if they're eating anything sour, they might want to avoid brushing directly after, maybe about 30 minutes or so, just because of the acid levels. It can kind of harm the enamel if they're brushing right after eating something sour.
Okay.
Although, yeah, outside of that, they can brush directly afterward and then, kind of go about their day. But the other thing to consider is, during Halloween, there's lots of other things like cakes and cookies.
Oh, yes,
and,
indeed.
Those cute little Rice Krispie treats that everyone tends to make with out of look like spiders and stuff like that. Those sorts of food are carbohydrates.
Okay.
And so carbohydrates can basically give a buffet to the bacteria in the mouth. And so they're also very soft, and so it just kind of clings to the teeth. And so definitely want to brush and floss after those types of foods as well.
Okay, so we're also heading towards the end of the year. So is it a good idea to go ahead and plan that trip to the dentist after all this candy smorgasbord?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So obviously outside of, the frequency of needing overall health benefit, thinking about money-wise, insurance is getting ready to end for a lot of people. So go ahead and take advantage of those benefits if you have not for this year. And of course, sometimes after events like this, you're eating just whatever, and people tend to break their teeth if it's, something too hard like peanut brittle and caramel apples and those sorts of things as well. So
good ideas, lots of smart tips right there.